Should be live. No. A sore ass throat. I'm gonna go take my dinner plate down the stairs for a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Okay, I'm here. Hello. I'm eating steak. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm actually live. Yes, I'm very much live. I'm gonna just share my Discord real quick. Okay, I'm opening the game now. Fuck this. We out here. I saw this when I opened the game first time. I don't know what the fuck shit is. Because then it says this. Logging in. Oh. Okay, so this is how they're doing it with console. I knew it. I guess this. Yeah, okay, I know. This again. Oh, I didn't realize that all the voices done. You turned on the music, I thought, Jesus. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms, and there, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbour and a good friend since we were children. Excuse me. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting her in high school, she would oversleep and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she got to chase me out after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk unless I already blocked me. Yeah. I overslept again, but I caught you this thing. Hold on, I'm taking off this zipper. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say it like you were thinking about ignoring me. So mean, Cameron. Well, people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cameron, have you decided to join a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of many our conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever what she says. I can't fucking speak. Sayori likes to worry a lot too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. What are you up to, man? Have I got any viewers at all? But my voice is very deep. Nah, I don't. Oh my god, he does. Oh god. No promises though. Well, you at least promised me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I promised you that. Yeah. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? Sayori wants me to check some out. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me, and it's going to make you wait to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... No what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Yuck, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Speak. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yep, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I was bringing a member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning as to have it planned all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Ugh. I glance around the room. Oh my god. Welcome to the Lesser Club, it's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Cameron, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? You want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You just ignore her when she's moody. Sayori says that quietly to my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri here appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah well, it's nice to meet both of them. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Cameron. We do know each other well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Cameron. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks. Sarah mentions widens. There's no space to Monica or Sarah. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around in my finger. Wait. Wow. Looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. Can I notice her sneaky glances in my direction? She waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you, anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You give a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faithfully smells to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smells me. So what made you consider the lecture club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica. I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined the clubs yet, and Sayori seems to be really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the lecture club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into lecture, then I'm fulfilling that in my dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also knows an agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start in a club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festival and that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club, but before we graduate. Right, everyone? We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up the level of enthusiasm about lecture. So Cameron, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga man. Manga man. I don't know how to explain that, you know. Manga man. I mark quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing your sad smile. Anyway, what were you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favourites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clear passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well have a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, you. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to like about cute things, don't you? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sarah slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Oh god, I've just missed it. What the fuck? The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and have Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And then next time we meet, we'll share them all with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cameron? Monica smells warm like me once again. Hold on, there's one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Cameron, y'all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price that I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the lecture club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. So he wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. But that makes it official. Welcome to the lecture club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once again. Cameron, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I can impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Cameron, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for our clubs. Sure, may as well. Yay. That, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the lecture club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of the circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh lord. Time to write a poem. Pick a word you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. Okay. So, I'm probably gonna go for Yuri here, because she's hot as fuck. So I'm trying to take anxiety. Yep. Despise. Yep. Nitron. Wrath. Yes. Dark. What? Okay. Misfortune. No. Cage. Yes. Unstable. Alone. Sayori. Okay. Essence. Yep. Okay. I'm not picking that one. Tears. Okay. Universe. Yep. Okay. Ambient. Yep. Hopeless. Okay. Fear. Okay. Peace. No. Shame? Oh, bro, it's gonna be Sayori, isn't it? No. Dream? Dream. Horror. Passion. No! Fuck. I think I fucked that. I wanted Yuri, but I think I got Sayori, I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter, I'll let go off anyway. Hi again, Cameron. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This may be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the lecture club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cameron. Oh. I hope this isn't too overwhelming or commitment for you. Making you dive head first into lecture when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join this club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you'll see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. First defeated Natsuki flops back into it. Manga man. Don't worry guys, Cameron always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy works without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you also almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I'm maybe a little jealous. How come? You and Cameron can become good friends too. Sayori. Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri. Yuri even brought you something today. You know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What would I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. That's so. Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it. Wait, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. You reach out the bag and close out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. We can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities at the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Suki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Yes, I got Yuri, I think. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing it. I'm out of this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading about this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable book. Is that so? What's that about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life's in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Excuse me guys, I'm going to say something quick. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Cameron? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy some of these... Oh fuck, I said the words, I'm sorry. hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and I can't fucking say that word. Reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that, those kind of stories, they challenge you. You look at life from a strange, new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, guess alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, yeah? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't want to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. You open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It says I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. I'm sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I figure I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. I said patient. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I need ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it with my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it on their own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she does and says. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. She's so hot, bro. Oh my god. You remain silent for a moment. The camera. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think of that. Wait, no! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really didn't need your self-confidence about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. But it's about time that we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri's spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on the top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well now, that everyone's ready, why don't you find something to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori's is wrinkled on Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into the bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem from? I think it's pretty simple to Yuri. But I'll see if I can take it. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri, take a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at the poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more. I can't fucking throw away. Yeah. Okay. There's a reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I've been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I should be talking about people that... Sorry, that's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of fun. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh god. Ghost under the light. Oh god. What the fuck? The what? Okay, I got my phone back. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that word is. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, waving. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet is to be replaced by the sickening blue-green glow of the future. I bathe, calm. Wait, I can't fucking remember. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Bro, your handwriting's fucking dog shit. Unless my eyes are just fucked. I'm sorry, I have such the... What? I wasn't thinking that. Oh, I mean, I was, but it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's the first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost shooting? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cameron. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn than putting into it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. But I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Cameron. Me too. Just checking my phone real quick. Sorry. Who next? So, fuck it. It's a good poem, Cameron. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you were really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Cameron, deep down you're not selfish at all. You know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of the motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah, I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold on to that then. Yay, now you win my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh god. Right. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rob the sleep from you from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's actually or just in it before something. So already. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh, bless him. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Monica. Oh my lord. Ruga. Hi, Cameron. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share the poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Cameron. We're all out embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Cameron. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go in for something so deep.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put some in. I can't fucking speak. Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing is full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the. I don't know what the fuck that means. It can take years of practice, which I'm seeing Yuri's at this point. I never really asked them. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I'd feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sounded pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh god. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle produces. What the fuck? A noisy neighbour. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind. Wait, I reel blind like a firm left out in the sun. But it's too late. Oh god, my redness is... What the fuck is that? Already scorched from a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole with infinite choices. I realised now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh my god. I can't fucking... These smart arse boards, man. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of... I'm not fucking trying to say that recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after it's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So you just move your hand and go with the flow.